Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Dean Xenick. I'm president of the Palm Beach County Bar Association. Thank you for joining us today. The purpose of today's program is to give our candidates the platform to introduce themselves to all of our members. As you know, we have an election coming up for the Palm Beach County Bar Association Board of Directors, and we thought this was especially important to have this online session during this time of COVID when our members can't safely campaign from person to person and from firm to firm as we normally would during this time. We have 6 candidates running for 4 two-year director seats. The candidates have been given the same 3 questions, which they'll answer during their allotted 7 minutes. I want to thank our candidates for their willingness to run and to volunteer for our board. It's a big time commitment. We do appreciate the efforts to campaign and then ultimately serve our bar. If you have questions for candidates, you can put them in the Q&A feature of the chat here in the Zoom link. Voting will be held online April 14th through April 23rd. You'll have the opportunity to vote for up to 4 of the 6 candidates. So please keep an eye out for your ballot, which will come via email in April. We're going to go alphabetically, and just so you know, I may have to jet out. I have a personal family issue that just popped up that I may need to hop out for. If I do, you don't see me pop back on the video, Julia Wight will take over, president-elect. Don't think that I abandoned everybody. So what we'll do is, the questions have been given. They're going to go ahead and answer them. They'll have 7 minutes each. Candidates, I'm going to get off the video. I'll pop back on with 1 minute left, and I'll just hold up a number 1 and I'll get back on, and that'll tell you that you have 1 minute left. So let's begin, and I'll introduce our candidates in alphabetical order, starting with Lindsay Demery.
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Dean. As Dean said, I am one of the candidates running for re-election. I am currently on the board of directors, and I have been on for 2 terms. This will be my 3rd term. Previously, I was the Young Lawyers president, so I served a term on for that as well. Basically, one of the questions was, put simply, why are you running? Well, I'm rerunning because I really enjoy my experience with the bar and my commitment to the bar and help furthering it as one of the top bar associations in this state. I really enjoyed all the programs that we've created and continue to create and bringing this community closer together and improving it. So that's essentially why I want to run. Why am I the best choice for your vote is I have proven myself through over the many years. Not only was I past president of the Young Lawyers section, but I was past president of Palm Beach County Fall, and I've been on the board for many years. I'm on other various charity boards, and I enjoy giving back to the community. I'm from Palm Beach County, and I intend to stay here for a very long time. So I want to make it the best place to practice and live as possible. My legal experience is I'm a board certified real estate attorney. I've been practicing here for over 15 years, and that I practice mainly real estate. My time commitment to the bar has been, I've had my agenda, my attendance has been marked as complete. I think the only time that I missed was when I gave birth to my son. So, but I didn't miss any more after that. So my commitment cannot be challenged, really. I'm very committed to the bar. I'm very committed to this association and continuing to improve and expand upon its value to our members and to our community as a whole. And that's essentially why I'm running, and I hope that you all will re-elect me. Again, my name is Lindsay Demery. I'll be the first one on the ballot. And if you have any questions for me, please feel free to email me.
Thank you, Lindsay. Next up is, and let me get my timer reset. All right, next up is Marie Middleton. You're muted, Marie.
Thank you. I should be used to that in this world of Zoom and COVID. Thank you so much for sharing your afternoon lunch with us. As Dean said, I am Marie Middleton, and I'm an incumbent on the board, and I'd like to continue serving the Palm Beach County Bar Association as well as the Palm Beach County citizens at large. I have been practicing law for 35 years. In my 35 years, I have served as in-house counsel, an associate general counsel, associate city attorney for 3 municipalities, and chief litigation for the Miami-Dade School Board. And I currently serve as the senior attorney for employment labor litigation for the Palm Beach County School Board. Needless to say, public service is my passion, and I enjoy serving. I enjoy being a part of the Palm Beach County Bar. This would also be my second term serving, and I have been committed to not only being a board member, but participating in all facets of bar activities and bar programs. I have chaired many of the bar committees. I've been the chair for I chaired for about 5 years the Diversity and Inclusion Committee. I've served on the JNC for the Florida Bar. I've also served the JNC Procedures Committee. I've also served as chair of the Professional Ethics Committee for the Florida Bar. I currently serve on the Education Law Committee as well as the Diversity and Inclusion Committee. I'm also a past president of the Cunningham Bar Association and continue to be active in that bar association, as well as a member of fall and other voluntary bar associations. I would like to continue serving because not only is being a board member a service, but it also allows me to serve as a mentor. And I enjoy mentoring law students as well as high school students. I've served on the diversity internship committee for many, many years and still have contact with many of the law students that we've worked with and have mentored. I believe that as attorneys, part of our oath is to be a servant to the community, to our fellow lawyers. And one of the best ways I found to do that, and to do it, I believe, very effectively, convincingly, and more importantly, sincerely, is to serve on the board to help shape our legal community. One of the things that I enjoy being a member of the board is around the state of Florida, the Palm Beach County Bar enjoys a reputation like no other. And it goes back years and years, but it's nice to be a part of that. And when people learn who you are and that you're from Palm Beach, it does carry a lot of weight. I think that also I would be one of the best candidates. You do have 4 choices out of the 6 of us, and I believe I am one of the best candidates because of my years of experience, not only in practicing law, but for my substantive experience. I've practiced in most every area of law except for eminent domain. Haven't touched that too much, but I like to share that as a member of the Inns of Court. I serve as on the mentorship program and really enjoy that. And I think one way that we can build our bar and help people grow in the profession is by being a mentor. So I believe that is one of my strongest assets, and that makes me a good candidate or one of the best candidates. I don't think my commitment to serving on the board could be challenged. As like Lindsay, I think I've made all except for 1, and I think I had surgery, 1 or 2, and that's because I had surgery or a conflicting board meeting with the school district where I had to present an item. But my commitment is unquestioned, and I will continue to be committed. And I thank you for your time and for listening to our introductions.
Thank you, Marie. All right, Shayna, you are up next. You have 7, wait, hold on, let me restart it. You have 7 minutes starting now.
Thank you, Dean. Thank you, everybody. Again, my name is Shayna Nogis, and I am running for the Board of Directors for the first time because I want to serve the legal community here in Palm Beach County. I really think mentorship is important, and I would like to promote mentorship and also spread awareness of the many benefits of Palm Beach County Bar Association membership. One of the focuses that I've noticed is that the Florida Bar has over 7,500 members here in Palm Beach County. 1,700 members are young lawyers, but the Palm Beach County Bar Association has just over 2,300 members. One of the things that I would really like to do is expand awareness of the many benefits of membership. In terms of this bar, I really feel like in getting involved that there are so many experienced and successful lawyers involved in the bar that would be happy to serve as mentors. And it's a shame that a lot of lawyers locally here, especially young lawyers, don't get involved. I do think that encouraging young lawyers to participate will really benefit all bar members and increase the opportunity for education, sharing, professionalism, mentorship, and also networking. Another reason that I'm excited to be running for the board is I have the full support of all the partners here at Clark Fountain. And all of the partners here have a longstanding history of supporting the bar and serving the bar. Why am I the best choice for the board? I have unique experience on both sides of the V. I haven't had the opportunity to meet a lot of you personally, and I wish I did, but I am here with Clark Fountain now, but prior to that, I was a defense attorney with Lux Santinello, and I handled insurance defense cases. I also had a short period of time where I practiced family law, so I have unique experience that allows me to see things from many different perspectives and many different types of firms and areas of practice. Some ideas I have regarding increasing bar membership and inclusion would be to have some family-friendly mixer events, Zoom events, even like cooking classes, perhaps encouraging young members to become more involved, maybe by establishing a 40 under 40 list, and seeking out new members of the Florida Bar here in Palm Beach County to educate them on the benefits of becoming a member here. Like I said, I currently practice plaintiff's personal injury with a focus in defective products. I grew up here in Palm Beach County. I went to Suncoast High School, and living and working in Palm Beach County is such a privilege. I really think it's the best place to live. I went to University of Florida for undergrad and Tulane for law school. New Orleans is probably my second favorite place on earth, but I have spent the majority of my career in Palm Beach County and currently am serving on the Judicial Relations Committee. And I recently participated in the mock trial competition. I'm also on the fall webinar committee. Recently, I organized and planned a webinar involving the career path of an extraordinary female attorney who became a judge during a time when there were not a lot of female role models. So that was really enlightening. And upcoming, we have a webinar on mental and physical health. So that's great. I'm involved in other community organizations, primarily JAFCO, which is Jewish Adoption and Foster Care Options. I love to support their mission of caring for abused and neglected children. Even with a busy practice, I've been able to carve out time for other commitments. It's important to me to pick and choose the organizations that I become involved in, and I really have targeted a lot of time and energy and becoming more involved with the Palm Beach County Bar Association. As soon as I know about events, I put them on my calendar and make sure that everybody knows who puts events on my calendar, that these are very important and primary commitments in my life. I do really look forward to the opportunity to serve you, and I hope that I earn your support. I'm happy to answer any questions via email or on my cell phone, which is 561-215-0841, and I can share that, or if anybody has a question, I'll be happy to reach out and answer it. Thank you.
Thank you, Shayna. All right, next we have Grassford Smith. Grassford, let me restart, and you have 7 minutes starting now.
Thank you very much, Dean, for your leadership, and thanks to the bar for organizing this event and being flexible, during obviously a trying time. I hope all of the attendees and your families are all doing well. Jean Marie, as one of my colleagues mentioned the word passion, I actually wrote that down before this session in preparation for my comments. I think you have to be passionate to do this work because a lot of it's done really in the shadows when you know, we need to get things done on behalf of the bar. So passion is something that you must have. And I'll say, having served 3 terms on the bar board and going to serve hoping to serve for my last term on the bar board, that my passion remains as high today as it was when I first sought office back in 2015, it was. So I definitely want to thank the bar for, you know, all we've been able to accomplish during that time. And really, you know, in terms of why am I running for the board, during my time on the bar board, we have dealt with some really significant and maybe even existential issues. Changing from our executive director, Patience, when she retired, my God, she put in so much work in growing this bar. And that was something that was a major, major challenge for us to figure out, you know, who would be the next person to follow her leadership. And I was involved with selecting our current executive director, who I believe has done an incredible job on behalf of the bar. That was a major decision that we had to make, and we conducted a national search to determine that. You all might have forgotten, but the bar fire, I mean, when that took place, where the bar building, you know, almost burned down, that was a real crisis that touched, you know, a variety of areas that we had to really, a lot of us, drop everything to make sure that the bar building and the bar itself was preserved for the membership. So, you know, you really, in running for a position like this, you don't know what's going to come down the pipe, but you just have to be ready to lead and ready to address the issues. And I'm looking at Jean Marie, I'm looking at Lindsay, looking at Rob, and you know, we have a collegiate group. I mean, we get together and we work very effectively together. And collegiality, of course, is very, very important. So in answering that first question, why am I running for the board? You know, really just to continue that service, very passionate about it. I always cite to Charles Hamilton Houston, a lawyer is either a social engineer or parasite on society. When I first heard that quote, it really resonated with me, and I've continued that service, and I'd be honored to be reelected to continue that service. What makes you the best choice for the board? I'll go at Jean Marie and say one of the best. I think we're all uncomfortable in just saying we are the best. But what I'd say is I've demonstrated leadership both inside and outside the board. I've served as chair of the grievance committee, which was one of the greatest honors of my career. Within the Palm Beach Bar Board, I've served as co-chair rather of the diversity committee. And that again is a committee of the bar, which is the only permanent standing committee which does excellent work on behalf of the bar in promoting diversity and inclusion. I'm honored to have chaired that back in 2016. I also chaired the Transaction Law Committee in 2013. I've served as president of the Virgil Hawkins for the Bar Association, which is a statewide organization. Like Jean Marie and Lawanda, you hear from, I was president of the Cunningham Bar. I was appointed by the Florida Supreme Court Chief Justice to be a part of the Pro Bono Service Awards Committee. I've served in various capacities within the community, Anquan Bolden Foundation, the Legal Aid Society. I've been general counsel of the Urban League, been involved with the Black Chamber. So all of that experience that I've amassed over years is what I bring to the board. I'm honored to continue doing that. Tell us about your legal experience. Well, I am an equity partner at Ackerman. I practice commercial litigation. I started my career at a firm called Skadden Arps in the New York office. I went to law school at NYU. I spent some time in the DC office also practicing commercial litigation. And I've been with Ackerman now as an equity partner for a year. I practice in state court and federal court. In fact, I think, Lindsay, you and I had a matter one time years ago where we worked on opposite sides of the table. I'm honored that in just a few weeks, I'll be speaking on a business litigation panel for the bench bar. And if you haven't already registered for the bench bar, I'm sure you want to get that done. That's really one of the premier bar events, I think, in the entire state. And I've been on numerous calls this past month or so with the judges, and they're very much looking forward to that program. Recently recognized by Law Dragon, one of the top 500 lawyers in the country. And I think that's really a testament to my service in the community. I'll just say, and as I have 1 minute, and we're going to talk about time management, which is important. We all know that successful people oftentimes are rewarded with more work. And the balance is knowing where your passion lies and how to make sure that you can be effective in what you do. And the fact that I've been elected and reelected twice, I really appreciate the bar that has shown and expressed confidence in me. Again, I'm running for my last term. I'm very accessible to you. My cell number, which I'll provide, is 561-801-9119 for those who don't have it. And my email address is on my firm website. Again, very, very honored. Look forward to hopefully continuing to serve you. Thank you.
Thank you, Grassford. I think that was exactly 7 minutes. Well done. All right, next we have Lawanda Warren. Lawanda, you have 7 minutes starting now.
Thank you, Dean. Good afternoon, everyone. Throughout my time as a member of the Palm Beach County Bar Association, it has been my honor to both serve and lead the legal community with passion. And that's why I'm continuing my service by running for the board of directors. I'm a Palm Beach County native. I was born and raised here. And my parents, I'm of Jamaican American heritage. And one of the things they raised me with was a hard work ethic, integrity, and service to my community, and encouraged me to do things and be of service to my community, to be the best that I could be. Ever since I was young, I've been a leader. I went to undergrad at Florida Atlantic University, where I served as a student leader in various organizations and in student government. After undergrad, I went to law school. And even with keeping up with my studies, I served as in leadership positions in various student bar associations and participated on the mock trial team. So as you can see, like, leadership is not new to me. This is something that I've lived. I graduated law school in 2009. And after I graduated, I came back home to practice law. I have dedicated my career to public service. I began my career as an assistant state attorney here in Palm Beach County. And then there I tried at least 100 cases and handled cases from drug trafficking to homicide cases. Next, after that, I went to the Office of the Attorney General statewide prosecutor's office, and I was there for a few years. And there I prosecuted multifaceted, complex cases where criminal activity spanned over multiple jurisdictions. And currently I'm an assistant city attorney and police legal advisor for the city of Delray Beach. And I've been here since 2006. So I've been practicing a total of almost 12 years. Right now I handle transactional and litigation matters. So I like to tell people my practice is 50-50. As far as litigation, I do defense litigation for any alleged violations of federal and state constitutional rights. I handle personal injury matters, public records matters, forfeiture matters. So I have a variety in my practice. And on the, I would say, transactional side, I do procurement, agreement review, and just general legal advice to different department heads. And as a police legal advisor, I'm like the right hand to the police chief. So as you can see, my practice area varies a lot. So that's a little bit about my history as far as career history, but going into my professional leadership history, which is why I think that the Palm Beach County Bar Association needs to continue their strong legacy of strong leadership. on the board of directors. I've been actually active with the Palm Beach County Bar Association since 2009. I've co-chaired the 2018 Bench Bar Conference and the Committee for Diversity and Inclusion. I also serve on the Judicial Campaign Practices Commission and previously served on the Professionalism Committee. So as you can see, I've been in various committees and service throughout the bar. But specifically, let's talk about what I've done at the Bar Association. So when I was co-chair of the Bench Bar Conference, which we all know is a huge conference, and Grassford talked about how prestigious it is across the state. The year I actually served, we had 27 sessions, a luncheon. We gave out professionalism and diversity awards. We had 23 exhibitors and a cocktail reception. And my co-chair and I, we personally actually vetted all of the agendas for all of the committees to ensure that we really provided the best Bench Bar conference that we could to all of the attendees. For Diversity and Inclusion Committee, as I stated, I'm the co-chair. I previously served as chairperson or co-chairperson for the Road to the Bench, the Diversity Corner articles. So I definitely provided service. And really what I've done is I talk about being a transformational and innovative leader. So some of the notable programs, initiatives, or ways that I have transformed any committee, specifically talking about the Bar Association Committee for Diversity and Inclusion. This year we started a What We Look Like campaign to really highlight the diversity in age, sex, disability, gender, race within our Bar Association. That's one of the things we have to make sure we're continuing to highlight to bring awareness. We started a social justice and racial equality subcommittee to see what we can do as lawyers after George Floyd. I took, as I stated, I previously chaired the Road to the Bench committee. And now this year, we started a whole academy where we're cultivating our next level of judiciary here in Palm Beach County. And like I said, I've served on other leadership positions in the Cunningham Bar Association, the Fall chapter here in Palm Beach County, and Sidney Amoroso Board Incorporated here locally and on this southeastern region. So for Cunningham, just quickly, I'm a past president. I was actually the inaugural chairperson for the Young Lawyers section because we were trying to make sure that we were encouraging and mentoring and providing resources for our young lawyers. I've also served as the chairperson for the Holland Luncheon, where we raised over $40,000 to provide bar preparatory scholarships to graduating 3Ls. And, one of the founding members of the Legal Action and Policy Committee with their programs with the bar. We've done judicial candidates forums, pathway to judiciary, and different things. And while president of the Cunningham Bar, I received the 2017 Affiliate Chapter of the Year from the Virgil Hawkins chapter of the Florida Bar. For Fall, I'm a current co-programming chair, and I also served as a Fall State representative. I'm also a member of the South Florida Judicial Initiative, Diversity Initiative, and the Florida Association for Police Attorneys. I talked about my membership with Sidney Amoroso. I'm actually the Southeastern Regional Legal Advisor, which encompasses 7 U.S. states and foreign territories. When We All Vote, I've served on the Women's Foundation, Empower Her of the Palm Beaches. I'm a mentor with the New Leaders Council, and I participate in our city's Youth Citizens Academy to get out awareness on law enforcement and city functions to the youth. So just basically, why should you pick me? Our Bar Association is in a change, and we need leaders that are transformational and that are forward thinking, and they have a proven history of leadership here within the county. And so I want to bring out those skills. So, I can talk about the things that I want to do, members only section, launching initiatives to promote more diversity inclusion, and trying to find different ways to increase membership. So, I will do what I've always done as far as time commitments. I make time for the people and things that are important to me. And the Bar Association is important to me. And I hope that I have your vote on April 14th.
Sorry about that.
No,
I meant to shut it off. Sorry about that. Thank you, Lawanda. All right, next we have Robbie White. You have 7 minutes starting now.
All right, thank you, Dean, and thank you everybody for taking a little time out of your day to get to know the candidates of your County Bar's Board of Directors. For those who don't know, my name is Robbie White. I'm a partner at the law firm of Mettler, Randolph, Massey, Ferguson, Carroll, and Sterlacci here in Palm Beach. And the focus of my practice is on estates and trusts. And I joined the Mettler Randolph firm October of last year. And prior to that, I was an attorney at the law firm of Downey McElroy. where my focus of my practice was on probate and trust litigation. I currently serve as the president of the young lawyer section of our county bar. And in that capacity, I also serve as a board member for our, I'll call it the big bar. By way of a brief background, I am a West Palm Beach native. My father and grandmother are actually West Palm Beach natives as well. So we have a deep history here in the community. And after graduating from Cardinal Newman High School, I went on to the University of Florida, where I graduated with both my undergrad and law degree. And upon graduation, I returned to Palm Beach County to begin my legal career, which I started at the law firm of Downey McElroy. And as many of you are probably aware, both Edward Downey and Lee McElroy, have been heavily involved in our bar association throughout the years and encouraged me to get involved as a brand new young lawyer in our community. And I'm very thankful that they did, because it has been a tremendous experience over the past almost 10 years now. I began simply by going to the young lawyer happy hours to meet fellow colleagues. And that led me to joining the YLS board. And since joining the board, I have held all the executive positions of secretary, treasurer, president-elect, and now president. And being a member of the county bar and taking a leadership position has been one of the most rewarding aspects of my legal career thus far. And it's really because of all of our members in our bar association and all the quality events that we conduct throughout the year, from bench bar to our judicial reception, and at the YLS level, our foster kids Christmas party, just to name a few of them. So all that's tremendously rewarding, and to be, on the inside, I'll call it, at the leadership level, helping to put on those events for our members has just made the experience of being a lawyer in this community that much better. And so so in June, my tenure as YLS president will come to an end, and I'm running for the board of directors so I continue to build on the success of our past boards to keep putting on such great programming for our members. And so that is why I am running. It's truly a passion of mine to be a part of this organization and this community. And so I want to continue to make improvements where needed to continue our successes. And so why am I it's hard to say that I'm the best candidate, because everybody on your screen today is truly qualified to serve, but I am deserving of your vote because of my experience level. For the past 8+ years, I've been a board member of the YLS. And so I know how our organization works, and I'm passionate about it, to want to continue on to serve the members and to make it better for all of the members. And so for that, that is why I feel I'm qualified to serve. As far as time commitments, it's just a part of my life for the past 8 years since practicing law. So county bar association events, I think I've attended almost every single YLS board meeting every Tuesday. For all of our young lawyers listening in, every second Tuesday of the month at noon. In a couple of weeks, we'll have another one on Zoom if you want to attend. And also all of the other great programming that we have put on. I am a regular attendee of all of our county bar events. And outside of county, in addition, I have served on committees for our legal aid society and also for the young lawyers section bench bar committee in years past. Outside of the practice of law in our legal community, I also serve as a board member for our Palm Beach County Golf Association, which includes, organizing and coordinating and putting on, 10 to 12 multi-day golf events per year. And also encompasses a charitable component, which we provide scholarships to underprivileged high school aged kids who are looking to pursue education, their college education. So that's also a passion of mine. I prefer quality over quantity as far as what organizations I'm involved in, so I can give it my all to what I'm doing. And so for that, thank you for your time today, and I appreciate your vote, in the upcoming election.
Thank you, Robbie. We do have a couple questions. I was going to go backwards, but since Robbie just finished 7 minutes, I think I'll just start back at the beginning again to give you a break. So we're going to start back with Lindsay. And the question is, what have each of you done or will do to ensure that all members of the bar are heard and represented? This was in the Q&A, so I'm sure all of you have already seen it anyway. But so the question is, what have each of you done or will do to ensure that all members of the bar are heard and represented? Let's do 1 minute. A 1 minute response. So Lindsay, go ahead and start. You're muted. I'll restart your time. Still muted. Still muted. There you go.
Perfect.
All right,
Okay,
1 minute
sorry.
starting now.
The host muted me, so I was on the naughty list. But my experience, I was on the membership committee, and I was also the membership liaison in creating more benefits and really listening to our members. During that time, we submitted a survey out to all the membership to really get your opinion and to feel out what was truly valuable to the members. And, you know, that was something that we've done in the past. I think we can revisit that, just a general membership poll to kind of get a feel as to what our members are looking for now with things have changed and in the future. So we can keep evolving and continuing to improve. And that's how I would really try to get the input from our membership and value them.
Thanks, Lindsay. And I'll hold my finger up when you guys have 10 seconds. So, but you did it, you were perfectly at a minute. So Jean Marie, what have you done or will do to ensure that all members of the bar are heard and represented?
I have been committed to co-chairing and being a member of the Diversity and Inclusion Committee that seeks to create and to bring programming that will attract diverse members to the board, and also been a part of the inaugural What We Look Like subcommittee of the Diversity and Inclusion Committee, where we are actively recruiting people that we want to highlight, but also in talking to people when I find out that they're not a bar member, in recruiting them, and continuing as a member of the current bar board of directors to actively recruit people. I was instrumental in getting our entire office to be members. A lot of my colleagues here at the school board were not members or weren't active. Let me rephrase that, because our general counsel pays for our membership, but many of them were not active. So I've been instrumental in getting them active. And that includes those who are diverse, who were not feeling like the bar had anything to offer them, but they now do as a result of our diversity and inclusion efforts. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so let's see here. Let me reset this for a minute. And Shayna, you have 1 minute.
Great question. I gave everybody my cell phone number before. I'll repeat it. I'm an open door type person, open phone line, open communication. I love communicating with people. And I think gathering, especially in these unprecedented times, the experiences members most want out of their bar membership, especially as we trend towards the new normal or the old normal, what members are comfortable doing in terms of in-person participation, virtual events, and then making plans from there based on member responses, either via survey or some sort of town hall type meeting, or just direct communication to me as a board member would be a great way to formulate plans and make events surrounding the desires of members. So what will I do to ensure members are heard and represented? I would love to hear from the members. I am available 24/7, and I would also like to promote group type of events where members can share ideas on what they want out of their membership.
All right, thank you. Sorry, I keep messing up. All right, Grassford, you are next.
Thanks. So I look at this question two ways. You know, we have wonderful local voluntary bar associations. And I think when one of the aspects of when our bar shines, the Palm Beach County Bar, is when we're working really hand in hand with our other local voluntary bars. So I think, you know, whenever there are opportunities, when I was president of the Cunningham Bar, I saw opportunities to do events with the Palm Beach County Bar. And I've always found the Palm Beach County Bar to be very willing to work with us, co-sponsor events, et cetera, and allow the membership to get to know each other and to grow. There are a lot of benefits that we can offer to each other in that way. I'll go back to what Lindsay said. We've done surveys before, but certainly we can look for more dynamic ways to get immediate feedback, including just reaching out to me as a board member, and I bring whatever issues you have to the board. Thank you.
Thanks, Grassford. I'm actually going to put a question in the chat. So if you guys want to look at it that way, you know what the next question is, so you can think about it. While we do that, Lawanda, you are next with the original question, which was, what have each of you done or will do to ensure that all members of the bar are heard and represented?
Yeah, so one of the things that I think of as important we shouldn't wait till members to reach out to us, especially as people in leadership and board members. So one of the first things that I've done before I even started a campaign, when I would see someone that was not a bar association member, I would talk to them and ask them why they're not bar association members. And I received a myriad of answers, whether it's people not feeling like they're included because of their practice area. So for instance, I have someone who did kind of small claims work. And, you know, and this was an older white gentleman. And he said to me, he felt like when he went to bar association events, people weren't welcoming to him. So coming up with different ways to make people feel welcome and help them along the way. The other thing is, when I started out my practice, I was a state attorney. I was probably making $40,000 a year. It just wasn't financially accessible for me. So this year I have promoted and reached out to members to provide scholarships to sponsor people to become members of the bar. So that's how I would make sure everyone is included and heard. Perfect
timing. Thank you, Lawanda. And last is Robert White. You have 1 minute. And again, Candace, go ahead and check the chat for the next question. And I'm going to probably go backwards. So Robbie, you have 1 minute.
Okay. So what have I done to ensure that members are being heard or their concerns being addressed? One thing is I am always available by email, phone, and I work to get answers back promptly to everybody. If there's any issues, I bring it back to our board, our executive director, Carla, or our YLS board. And for those of you who don't know, as the YLS president, it's my job to run our board meeting each month. And we do have a very diverse board, which I think is terrific. And I think it represents a good cross-section of our community as a whole. And during our board meetings, I appreciate and encourage everybody to, speak up and provide their opinion about whatever event or issue or what have you is being addressed at the time. Because I think everybody's perspective, everybody views life from a different perspective, and coming together and viewing it and accepting other people's views helps everybody grow. And so I encourage every single one of our board members to speak up, to ask questions or provide their opinions. And I also, I know some of our YLS board members are also presidents of other voluntary bar associations.
You're like a minute and a half now, Robbie. I want to make sure everyone has the same amount of time. So
I was kind of addressing both questions, so I can take it out of my.
You want to continue on? Okay, so yeah, so there you go. So new ideas do you have? You can just keep going. New ideas do you have for the bar, especially in light of COVID or non-COVID related things that you think will be better? And you have 50 seconds for that.
Okay, what new ideas? Well, we're all trying to feel out what new ideas and what everybody feels comfortable with. So that is going to be an ever evolving analysis. And as you know, I've dealt with it for a year now as well as president about what to do and what people are comfortable with. We've tried doing in-person events. We've canceled some of them because of comfort levels. And we're actually having a baseball game, or going to the baseball game this Thursday night is our first in-person event. It's outdoors. And so that is just an ongoing analysis, and I think it'll continue to be an ongoing analysis for our leadership going forward.
All right, thanks, Robbie. All right, backwards, Lawanda, you're on.
So this year through COVID, we've actually done, it seems like, more programs than we would normally do in person because people have been more willing and apt to pop online. So again, I'm just going to reiterate some of those initiatives that I've already started as far as to promote the bar. And one of the new things that I think might help would be increasing member congeniality and togetherness. I think that's one of the biggest things that we're lacking. So one idea I have is to start a members only section on the website. We do have a directory, but we don't have anywhere where we can go and do member boards, announcement boards, or job boards, or even referral boards. I find myself every time my friends text me, hey, I need a landlord tenant lawyer. I have to scroll through my phone, my text to see if I've ever done this before. But if we have something that's already accessible to members, I think that will definitely be a creative way to get us to stay connected.
Thank you, Lawanda. All right, Grassford, what new ideas do you have for the bar, especially in light of COVID or non-COVID related? You have 1 minute.
Let's acknowledge that some of us have had hardships during COVID, particularly, as was mentioned, opportunities for work, cases. Our executive director, when she came to us from the Atlanta bar, came with a particular set of experiences within the job referral, her job referral network. And I know that's something that we've been looking at in terms of our referrals within the Palm Beach County Bar. I definitely would be working with her in light of what's going on and try to see what we can do to make that more robust. I think the idea of a members only page that Lawanda just articulated is actually quite good. And I think we can build on what we already have in that regard.
All right, thanks, Grassford. All right, next is Shayna. You have 1 minute starting now.
Thanks, Dean. In terms of new ideas for events, I feel that mentoring type mixers where people who want to be mentored or want to help mentor gather in a group in person or via Zoom, depending on, of course, comfort levels as we see where things go for the next several months, would be a great way to have networking and conversations, dialogues opening between more experienced and less experienced attorneys. I think new member information sessions and mixers would be a great way to increase awareness and also promote involvement of new members. And I also think more networking events that are social in nature, where the purpose is really just to meet colleagues in a fun setting, in friendly setting, either Zoom. I think coffee and bagels with judges works really great, but it might be nice to do something evening based where the purpose is really just to get to know colleagues around Palm Beach County. Those are some of the ideas I have.
Thank you, Shayna. Jean Marie, you
Yes.
have 1 minute.
I think one of the things we do, and we do well through our law-related education committee, is we work with our schools, and having worked with that committee, but also being sort of as a mentor to our law magnets, I think it might be an interesting idea for us to work with the law students a little more, the high school students a little more that want to ultimately become lawyers, and to grow them while they're in high school or middle school, rather than waiting until they get to law school. We have the DIP program, but I know some of us work with our law magnets in the mock trials and things like that. But if we did something a little more formally with the bar so that they know what to expect even before they go to college and how to prepare for a career of being a lawyer, something I'd like to bring to the bar.
All right, thanks, Jean Marie. And finally, last but not least, we have Lindsay Demery. You have 1 minute. You're muted again.
Perfect.
I know you
The host, the host has to unmute me. So great. In the past, it's been pretty easy to see the demand from membership and a need in the community as to certain events or benefits and things like that. with COVID and everybody working remotely or from home or limited interaction, again, I bring up the survey as far as to really get the input from membership and to directly tailor some new programming or benefits that directly address what the members are looking for. So in the past, I was a co-creator of the YLS fishing tournament. There was no fishing tournament other than one other in the entire county. And there was a need with a charity in which we directly address both items.
All right, thanks, Lindsay, and thanks everybody for your presentations today and answers to the questions. Thank you everyone for attending. I want to thank the candidates again for your willingness to run and volunteer for the board. It is a time commitment, having done this as long as I've done. We appreciate that. I'd like to encourage everyone to attend Bench Bar Conference that's coming up shortly. It's going to be really, really good. And of course, come to our the kickoff party at the National Croquet Center. If you have any questions for any of the candidates, I'd encourage you to reach out to them individually. Again, voting will be held online April 14th through the 23rd. You'll have the opportunity to vote for up to 4 of the 6 candidates you see here today. So keep an eye out via email for the ballot. And this panel obviously is another reason why Palm Beach County Bar Association is where we are. We have a fantastic panel. We appreciate you guys coming out today. We appreciate the members for coming. I got you guys out 7 minutes early, so enjoy the rest of your day. Everyone have a great day, and we'll talk to everyone soon. Take care, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.